Cafe Software presents training, secrets, tutorials, and tips.
Now let's talk about how you change your disk and locations in your documents, pictures, and so on to another disk. If you remember, in the previous lesson, I showed you that we are going to split our hard disk into two different partitions. So we will have a disk C, which is a system disk, where all of your installations and Windows will reside, along with registry and all the installed programs and everything else. And there will be a separate disk just for the data. It's usually going to be a bit smaller because you won't have much data. It's going to be some user profiles and so on. Some internet cafes and some installations won't have the other disk at all because they won't be saving any user's data. But in case you do, in case you have, let's say, frequent users, or you're not using it in internet cafe, for example, you're using it in some work desk or in a bank where you want to limit your employees and so on, or in the factory, then you would use the two-disk installation. Usually it's generally a good idea because you can always save an image like I showed you from disk C to another disk, in this case disk E. So what you do is, if you remember, all of your documents and contacts and everything else, they are located on disk C. So if you save this image, it's going to save the settings as they are at the moment of image capture, meaning that if you change or add music, add pictures, make some downloads or create documents, they will not be restored when you do the image restore. So it's a good idea to, since you're splitting it into two, it's a good idea to actually move all your documents and have them on disk E. But this Explorer conveniently makes the documents, pictures, and so on and more in this bar. So it's very easy to access. But how do you change the location, the actual location where the documents are stored? Right now, it's going to disk C, right? So if you take a look, it goes to disk C. But what do you do in order for you to change it to another disk? Let's say I want to change this documents folder. So what you do is you right-click on the documents folder, select properties, then select location, and then just choose move. See, this is the current location for this folder. This is my profile, documents. I want to move it to disk E. So I select computer, E, and I have handily pre-created those directories already. They're empty, but I will be using them later. So I will choose the documents, select folder. And now when I choose apply, it's just going to say that all your documents will be moved from old location to a new location. You just say yes. Okay. And now when you click on documents, see, they are actually in disk E. See, now it's got a special icon and it copied this reflect settings. So it's in disk E. You can do the same basic idea applied to everything else, like for example, pictures, properties, location, move, and you select the directory for pictures. Did I do it? No. Okay. Very easy to rectify. Pictures. Here you go. Select folder and choose apply. It's going to tell you the same thing. The same basic principle applies to all the directories you have, and you can change each one that you use. If you don't use it, you don't have to change it, but if you do, it's nice for example, music to be on drive D. Just make sure that every directory that you use, for example, if you're using music directory, change it, because after that I will show you how you can actually back up the image the whole image of disk C, of this disk, to disk D, disk E. Or in your case, it might be disk D or disk F, whatever additional disk you will have. It's going to be in a separate video.
To get more information, visit our website at cafesoftware.co now.